So in this session, we are going to study about list slicing, which is again a very important concept and widely used in programming. So what we do in slicing is basically you can assume there's a big array and then you want to slice a portion of it. The portion which is sliced is a contiguous set of the values. So when we are saying slicing, it's like there's a big bread piece and then you are cutting a portion of it. Now here's very important to understand that how slicing works. Okay, so to be understood is that the syntactically, when you want to slice a portion from a given index to another given index, then when we use syntactically x colon y inside the list structure, this slices or gives back the portion of array which starts from index x and ends at index y minus 1. So very clearly I want to mention at this point of time only that the beginning index is specified in the syntax reflects the beginning index, like x is x here, but the ending index in the slicing syntax y, if it's mentioned, then the last value which we are going to obtain in the sliced portion is at index y minus 1. For example, if I want to slice, let's say I'm saying slice from index 1 to 5, or x is 1 and y is 5, then basically this is going to give me starting index 1 and will end at index 5 minus 1, 4. So I am going to see the values from index 1 to index 4, 95, 23, 54 and 53. This is how it should look like. Similarly, if I say now that x is 2 and y is 8, so I'll get first element at index 2, and then the last element at index 7, since 8 minus 1 is 7. So I'm going to get the portion from index 2 to index 7, which looks like portion from 23 till 21. However, you can also choose to ignore either of x or y. If you ignore y in the syntax of slicing, then you are going to get the values till the end of the list. So if I say 4 colon and after that y is ignored, then my starting index is 4 and I get till the end of the list. So I get from 53 and all the values till the end of the list. However, if you choose to ignore x and you simply write colon and then 3, then your sliced portion starts from the beginning of the list, since you have chosen to actually ignore the beginning value x. But again, this concept remains same here. If y is specified as 3, then the last element which you get is till index 2. So when I say colon 3, I should get from the beginning till index 2 and not 3. So last element will be 23. If I choose to ignore both x and y and simply write a colon, this will actually give us the whole list back, since we have chosen to actually ignore both x and y. So this is not actually slicing, rather you are getting a copy of the original list. Now we'll try to practice it once and grasp the concepts in a better fashion. Let's say A is this, and we want to see A 2 till 4. Now one thing should be very clear by now, that starting index is 2. So it starts from, so it's 0, 1, 2. This should start from 23. But if I mention this as 4, the last value which should come is at index 3. So I just get 0, 1, 2 is the first value 23. And it goes, if it's mentioned 4, it should go till index 3, which is 54. Another example, if I say 2 Colon 8 starts from 2. So index 2 means value 23. But then it should go till index 7 and not 8. What's index 7? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 is at index 7, should be the last value in the sliced portion. If I simply say A2 colon, so it starts from 2 means 23 and goes till end of the list because we have chosen to ignore y. If we start with a colon, which means we have chosen to ignore x, so the sliced portion starts from the beginning of list. And now if I write, let's say, index 3, then it starts from beginning of the list, but then the last value which in the sliced portion is at index 2 and not at index 3. So we have last value is 23, which is at index 2. 0, 1, 2. And if I simply choose to write a column, it gives me back the whole string. So this is how slicing will be beneficial for us, and we'll say its many use cases going forth. Thank you.